got it. I mean,
No, go ahead.
should
No,
I say Tom Norfleet, what my name is, or what?
No,
Okay. Okay.
no, just go ahead. Just speak naturally. I can edit this.
Okay. Okay. What I want to talk to you today about is about seeking a second passport and actually what to do and how to decide on this, keeping your cost factors down the lowest. There's so many different people that are looking for passports, and there are different ways and different ideas on what they decide to pick. A lot of U.S. people are doing it for tax reasons. Usually U.S. people don't do it because of getting more visa-free countries, because the U.S. passport has a lot of visa-free countries you can go to, approximately about 172 that you can go to visa-free. So usually most Americans do this because they're wanting to get out of their tax obligations, because leaving the U.S. won't solve your problem. You really have to switch your passports, and you don't want to give up your U.S. passport until you get a new passport. So the steps are to get a passport. The best way to do it is to get an economic citizenship, because it's faster. You can get it in 2 to 4 months. Whereas if you go through the residency or naturalization process, it's going to take you anywhere from 5 to 20 years if you can get it. The problem is a lot of times people go and apply for citizenship the naturalization way, getting the residency period in, and then what happens is later, for some reason, the government won't issue the passport. So really the best way is, if you've got the money, if you want it quick, is to get an economic citizenship. Now, how do you choose a passport? From several different countries. In fact, the countries that are the cheapest are countries like Antigua and Barbuda, St. Kitts and Nevis, Grenada, St. Lucia, and Dominica. And one of the reasons that people pick these places is they have a lot of countries that you can go to visa-free. And you don't have to move to these countries. You don't have to pass any language test. The key is all you have to do is to buy a property or make a contribution. In most cases, the property option is going to be better, because your overall fee amount that you're going to pay out that won't go down the drain is going to be usually cheaper with a real estate option. Now, if you want to pick countries based on taxes, your best countries for that would be countries like St. Kitts and Nevis or Antigua or Barbuda. And the reason is they not only don't tax income outside the country, they don't tax income inside the country. And there are only about 20 countries in the world that don't have any income taxes inside the country. So those two are real good passports to choose. Plus you can go to about 100, actually over 130 countries visa-free. In fact, St. Kitts, you can go to about 132 countries visa-free. Antigua, you can go to about 134 countries visa-free. The other countries like Grenada, Dominica, St. Lucia, the passports are cheaper, but you can't go to as many countries visa-free. Usually what you'll find out is the more expensive the passport, the lower number of visa-free countries that you can go to. Now, if you're a U.S. person, you're thinking about relinquishing your U.S. citizenship, I would pick a country like either St. Kitts and Nevis or Antigua or Barbuda, because the number of visa-free countries you can go to is closer in line with what you're going to be able to do with a U.S. passport. And also the standard of living is closer in those places in relation to the U.S. than the other countries that I mentioned. If I had to pick which country was the best country to live in, I would say it would be probably St. Kitts and Nevis. St. Kitts and Nevis, literally, once you get citizenship there, your dental care is free if you go through the government program there. Once you're 62 years old, all your health care in the hospitals is free. And it's amazing because they have no income taxes, but still those social services are free once you become a citizen, whether it's through naturalization or by economic citizenship. Some of the other things I would look at when you're getting citizenship is I would look at things like residency requirements. The countries that I just mentioned, you have no residency requirements. You don't even have to visit the country to go there. Whenever you're getting a passport, remember it's going to take anywhere from about 5 to 20 years to get the passport. But there's so many problems that can come into play that can keep you from ever getting that. If you get a legal problem that comes into play between the time you get permanent residency to the time you apply for citizenship, that can bar you out from getting that citizenship in that country. So you really have to take in consideration all the time period that's involved, and then you still might not get the passport and citizenship. A second thing you got to look at also is the residency period that you're spending in that country. Let's say it's Canada. Canada requires you to move to that country. So now you're having to pay Canadian taxes. That 6 to 7 years it's going to take to get the citizenship. Canada is going to take about half your money in taxes. So you got to figure, is the giving up half your money in taxes, is that going to outweigh what you're paying for the passport in these countries that you don't have to move to? And you don't have to pay that high tax rate if you're already living in either a no tax or low tax country right now. One good country you can choose if you're trying to lower your taxes, you can't get citizenship there, is the UAE. You can work in Dubai and not have to pay any income taxes there, no capital gains tax, no inheritance or estate taxes, but you can't ever get citizenship in Dubai. So what a lot of people do is they'll work in Dubai and not pay the income taxes there, and then get citizenship in a country like Grenada or St. Kitts or Antigua, and they don't have to move to that country and then reside there. So that's a big key point that you want to look at there. Another thing I would look at to talk about that I forgot to mention earlier is in St. Kitts, if you get citizenship there, you have to be at least 60 years old, by the way, to get the free dental care, and that's through the government. The other thing I want to mention too is just getting a second passport. If you're a U.S. citizen, won't get away from your U.S. tax obligations. You're going to have to relinquish your U.S. citizenship and give up your passport in the U.S. So those are two things that I want to bring out that I didn't specify earlier. Stay tuned for other things that I'm going to be talking about. One is how to reduce your taxes down to almost nothing by reducing your dividend taxes, by investing in places like Hong Kong, Singapore, India, places that like Brazil that don't have a withholding tax on dividends. And I'll be going through other things, matters that a lot of people are not familiar with, dealing in second passports. So stay tuned for the next video, and I'll explain to you more on how that works. Thank you for tuning in.